We're going hiking with some good friends of ours on the Florida Trail. 15-mile hike, and it's a beautiful morning for it. It's super nice and cool out. It's fall time, so great temperature, and we're just gonna go have fun. 15 miles, so it'll probably take us. I mean, if we you know go like exploring and stuff like that, it'll probably take us around 5 hours. But I don't even know what we'll see. I've only been on the Florida Trail one time, and last time we saw some fox and some interesting wildlife. So hopefully we'll see some cool stuff.
Grandma and Grandpa Stewart drove us to the trailhead here, and then it's 13.5 miles till the pickup point.
Nice little hike.
Yep.
Yeah.
Once there's going in, there's no way out. We just gotta make it in and go all the way to the end. So it's Saturday morning, it's super pretty out. It's fall right now, so great weather. I'm actually a little chilly. I'm not sure how these guys are not freezing up, but we got lots of food, lots of water, so we're ready to start.
So this is the other Asher, the tall Asher, and then we've got Jonathan over here too.
Yep. Good friends from church.
Yep. So we're excited. It's gonna be a good day.
Huge. That is pretty big.
What is that?
Maybe?
Maybe with the claws.
Yeah, maybe a coyote. Yeah, because there's the fourth one. So it's 1, 2, 3, and then that's 4 right there, I think.
Well. Or a hiker was walking a dog.
No, it's definitely a coyote.
Look at that. It's so gnarly to step on that thing. I like poked with my finger and I actually went in a little bit.
That is pretty sharp.
Yeah.
Do you guys still have holes in your noses?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be so cool. I kind of want to see what's inside it.
Yeah, you want to cut it open?
That's so cool. I'm like pruning.
Amazing.
Kind of spongy.
Yeah, it is
A little bit
spongy.
of
You made a
predicament.
mistake picking up that cactus there.
So if you look at this, there's all these little groups of hairs and then all these little bits, and we didn't see them, and now our hands are full of them.
Ouch.
They're little tiny needles.
Are you guys alright?
Oh yeah.
Can keep going?
Alright, so we just hit the plateau up there, and it steadily went downhill and became more and more of like a rainforest sort of aesthetic with a lot of more greenery and all that. We just hit the first creek, Sparkleberry Creek, our first bridge here, so we're pretty excited, change of scenery.
Sweet.
So we're trying to find, I guess, a water moccasin. There's a lot of water moccasins here in Florida. Deadly snake.
Yeah, so it's
Lots
a
of
big
poison.
pit viper. They're characterized by being like super thick around, and they're shorter than a lot of other snakes, but they're pit vipers, so they have really triangular heads, and in 2 little pits in front of their eyes, they can actually see heat signatures. So if you get close to them, they'll know that you're a living thing instead of like a stick, because they can tell, which is kind of terrifying.
You said you brought some sort of like snake kit now?
Yes, I have a snake bite kit. I'm gonna get it out to demonstrate.
Sure, yeah. And actually my first aid with snakes is a little rusty.
So the idea is it comes in this handy little kit, and then it's like a syringe kind of, but you select your the size that you'd want, and you know plop it in there.
Yeah.
And you pull it up like that. And say I had like a bite here.
Yeah.
I would set that there and push down, and it pulls really strong suction.
So it'd pull like all the blood out and the
pull out
poison.
the poison. That's the idea.
Man.
Yeah.
Sweet. Okay, so we're good to go.
We're good to go.
So, I share the idea of racing across the bridge, but one at a time because it's not wide enough, obviously.
With your
So
backpacks on.
We're just gonna have a timer going to see how long it takes him to jump off the end. So we'll start right here.
So start before we get on. All right,
At 1, you go. All right.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go.
Yeah.
Go.
Nice.
4 seconds.
4 seconds.
Hold up, I need to reset it. All right.
All right.
3, 2, 1, go. Nice.
2-1.
3.37.
Ooh.
3.37.
Go, 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 go. Nice.
Just over 4 seconds.
Oh,
Yeah,
What?
from when
That's
you hit
super
the ground
fast.
to when you jump.
Settle down. Good girl. Guys, let me introduce you to little baby Stella. Mia brought her in the other, it's probably been like 2 weeks now. Little Stella had both of her eyes closed and she was just kind of groping around the tile. We decided that we'd try to restore her, revive her back to life, and so I've been her caretaker for many, many days now. And little Stella has gotten stronger and bigger, and it's exciting because today she just opened one of her eyes for the first time. She's so cute. She's seeing the world for the first time, and she is loving it. Look at all of her energy. She's just going crazy. And yeah, it's been a lot of work having to feed her every 2 hours or so, clean her, take care of her, get her to bed every night. She's like a full-on little baby. But puppy milk is compatible with baby squirrels. So I just went over to Walmart and I got some. It's called like milk replacer. It's for baby puppies. At first she wasn't a huge fan of it. It probably tasted a lot different than her mother's milk, but after a while she got used to it and now she loves it, and she keeps growing bigger and bigger every day and more active. The problem is our cats think she is the most precious little toy. I mean, they're like tigers. They're always just trying to stalk poor little Stella. So as long as I have baby Stella in my hands, she's fine, but if she gets older and starts to wander off by herself, the cats will probably try to eat her. So I'm not sure how we're going to have like a squirrel in the house alongside 2 cats.
I want to go home.
A road.
Taxi, please.
This is taking too long, guys. Let's keep going.
Hit the trail again.
Gotta go.
Well, we pretty much made it to the 10-mile mark, and we're just kind of having a late lunch, passing around some PB&J and some trail mix and stuff like that. But yeah, it's been a super great hike so far. We still got about 3 miles left to go, but we've really enjoyed it. We've had so much fun. It's just been a great time of fellowship, getting to hang out with friends and stuff like that. Hiking has been it's a little sore on our legs. We haven't done it in a while, but it's kind of interesting because like with exercise, you know, if you get into it for a while, you start to get stronger and you see results. But it's like the beginning part's the tough part, just getting into it, getting into your routine. That's always like the hardest part. But then once you get past that first little bump, then you're like good to go for a while. And you feel stronger, you feel the results, you get benefits and stuff like that. But then once you start to stop again, then you start to get a little bit weaker again. And then you start to kind of lose the results and stuff like that. And you start to get like a little bit weaker and you kind of lose the desire to do it again. And it's kind of interesting because that's kind of the same thing that we see with God's Word. When you're reading God's Word, at first it can seem a little bit hard. And it takes a while to kind of see the results, see the benefits, you could say. But once you start really taking the time to discipline yourself with God's Word, you get stronger in your faith and you really start to enjoy it. And you see the benefits, you see the results, and then you have more of a desire to read God's Word. And so it's interesting because that's like the same, it's like a parallel with exercise. And once you stop reading God's Word for a while, for instance, likewise you get weaker and your faith and stuff like that, and you start to lose the desire and the hunger for God's Word, and then you get weaker in your faith. So it's kind of interesting. We were talking about that a bit ago as we were hiking. But it's just kind of something that you see, and hiking is just a great example of that.
Thanks for watching The Wild Way, and double thanks if you've already liked or subscribed to our YouTube channel. If you want to get more involved with us, visit our Patreon website. Hit the link below to learn how you can become a member of our Patreon team and partner with us. Also, you'll get awesome benefits like exclusive vlog videos, like Wild Brothers merchandise, and a lot more.